Yeah, we're doing it like this. Audio works.
Well, it's a bit choppy, but they
But
can
it-
see us and
they can hear us.
hopefully.
There we go.
It's like a radio broadcast. All right, let me. Oh shoot, where did my?
The stream?
Every time there's
It's probably because of
thunder,
the
I
weather, to be
get
honest.
so scared if we're gonna lose power.
Both of us?
If we have a tornado, then we have to have a weekend meeting. So unless there's a siren, thank God.
Student body vice president.
Well, we're safe in the union. We're 2 floors below the top.
You are chair-elect queen. You also don't need your own mic. Let's have Shay do it.
Keep it. I'm gonna keep it like as quick as possible. Like 7.
Actually, get Shay.
Sounds good. I'm trying to hit the present button. There we go.
Let's do it.
How much more? Sorry.
Let's still do 7.
The Fund Development Director is recognized for 7 minutes.
Hello, everyone. Ham Penning, Fund Development Director. I am going to be presenting the allocations that the Educational Opportunity Fund Board has made after deliberating yesterday. I'm going to keep it relatively quick. Feel free to ask some questions at the end, though. So the fiscal situation, in short, we had a $184,000 amount that we were available to spend. We were asked for $377,000 in requests, so we were running a deficit of $193,000 this year. So with that being said, just in general, one of the main focuses this year during deliberations was to maintain current level of services in the best way that we could without, we're trying to reduce the amount of impact on programs that we're currently giving funding to students. So I'm going to go through these kind of quickly, similar to Line and Block. So this one, the first request was from the EOF grant. So this is a program run by the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office, giving additional grants to students who are deemed low income by FAFSA criteria. They were allocated $60,000 last year. They asked for $90,000 this year, and we approved them for a flat ask of $60,000. Next up, same Financial Aid and Scholarships Office. This is a grant for students who are attending the university and have children. This is to provide supplemental funding for them to afford childcare. They asked for $50,000, or they received $50,000 last year. They asked for $70,000 this year to expand service, and they were approved $34,000 for this coming fiscal year. The Journalism and Grad Scholarship. So this is for the Journalism and Mass Communications program, gives a graduate scholarship to 2 students each year who are conducting research in that school. They asked for $5,000, which was a flat ask from the previous year, and they were approved at a reduction of $3,500 for the coming year. TRIO, so this is a program designed to help first generation and low income students here at the university. This is for their scholarship program that they give to certain recipients in the program. They asked for a flat ask of $21,000, and they were approved for a small reduction to $18,500 for the coming year. This is for the Center for Service Learning. They requested $5,000, which was a $2,000 ask compared to last fiscal year, and they were zeroed out this year. TRIO Peer Tutoring. So again, the same TRIO program that does the scholarships. They have a peer tutoring program. So this is a program where they hire students to provide peer tutoring in a vast amount of different majors and degree programs here with a specific focus on STEM degrees. They asked for $10,000, which was a flat ask, and they were granted that flat ask for this coming year. The McNair Scholars Program, this provides scholarships to first generation and low income students here at the university. They requested a small increase of $742, but they were approved for a flat ask of $12,000. The Wingspan Thesis Dissertation Accelerator. So this is a program offered through Wingspan to give graduate students conducting research a time each semester to meet with hired graduate students who have conducted research and written theses and dissertations in the past, and help them work through whatever struggles they may be having in getting their research written, published, presented, things of that nature. They asked for a $1,000 increase in fiscal year 26, but they were approved for a reduction to $3,000 for the coming year. This is another Wingspan program. This is to expand the amount of languages that are offered in peer tutoring programs at KU. They requested a $4,650 increase, but they were approved at just under a flat ask for $5,000 for the coming year. Undergraduate research scholarships. So this is a scholarship. It's a $500 scholarship that is awarded to undergraduate students who are traveling to present research that they have conducted here at KU. They wanted a $10,000 increase to $20,000, and they were approved for $7,000 in fiscal year 26. Higher Ed Leadership and Policy Studies. So this is a master's degree program for students who are studying in the Masters of Science and Education program here at KU. They received $20,000 in fiscal year 25. They were looking for a $10,000 increase, and they were decreased slightly for an approved allocation of $19,000. Museum Studies. This was a program that did not receive any money in fiscal year 25. Historically, they have sometimes in some years received funding from the Educational Opportunity Fund. They asked for $30,000 in funding to provide 6 scholarships to students in that program, and they were not approved for any funding for the fiscal year 26. Indigenous Studies. This is a master's degree program for Indigenous Studies here at KU, a graduate program. They did not receive money for fiscal year 25. They asked for $20,000 in scholarship funding for the next year, and they were approved for $8,000. The Masters of Public Administration. This is another graduate scholarship for students in this master's degree program. They received $5,000 last year. They asked for $10,000 this coming year and were approved at a reduced allocation amount of $4,000. This is the third Wingspan program. They were looking to start a new program here at KU. They had piloted a embedded peer academic coaching program where there would be trained students in different freshman year seminar classes here around the university to act as support figures and kind of help those freshman students get accustomed to how classes operate here at KU. They had not received funding last year as it is a new program. This coming year, they were asking for $38,400 in funding, but they were not approved for that amount. They were zeroed out. And that is it. Are there any questions?
Any questions for the Fund Development Director?
So I had a specific.
Microphone.
Thank you. I had a specific question regarding the journalism graduate scholarship.
Yes.
I was curious, for how many years has EOF funding been allocated to this group?
I don't know that off the top of my head, but they've received funding for at least the last 5 years.
Last 5 years? Okay.
At minimum. I don't have the exact number on the top of my head.
Interesting. And can I ask a follow-up question in regards to that? Do you know if the School of Journalism actually provides some funding for this as well?
I believe they have their own funding for different programs. I don't have all the information on that, unfortunately. I do know that this funding goes to 2 PhD or master's level students in the program who are actively conducting research.
Okay.
That's about the extent that I know
Okay.
about that.
Thank you.
Speaker's time has now expired. If there's not a motion to extend time, we'll go ahead and proceed to the next officer report. All right. Thank you very much. Oh, wait, no, I think they're good.
Kenna, did you have a question?
Oh.
it's a point of information on school journalism scholarships.
Oh, please.
Nearly forgot, sure.
Kenna McNally, Chair of Community Affairs Council. So the School of Journalism gives out about $800,000 worth of scholarships annually, and that's for undergraduate and graduate. But for this one that they have been requesting, it's specifically for graduate students who conduct research and teach undergraduate classes.
Okay.
But yeah, the School of Journalism does about $800,000 to $1 million per year.
All right. Thank you all for being here tonight. This will be my last full meeting as presiding officer. Please keep in mind what the student body president told you about Joint Senate being scheduled for next Wednesday, April 30th. This will be the yearly gathering of our outgoing and incoming student Senate members. We will announce Senate superlatives for our current members, handle any lingering business, hear speeches from the outgoing executive officers and the incoming student body president and vice president. And we will proceed to elections for the new Speaker of the Students' Assembly, Internal Affairs Director, new City Commission representative, and representatives to the University Senate, including the University Senate Executive Committee. I'm very excited with the legislation we have on our agenda tonight, especially block, line, and the constitutional revision. I hope we're able to get through all of this discussion. Please keep in mind, as usual, that the union closes at 10 p.m. So if we have not gotten through our agenda by that point, we will need to consider scheduling a special meeting. With Joint Senate being next week, that meeting will likely be virtual over the weekend or early next week. Yeah, that's about it. I don't want to take up any more time. Any questions?
Do you have any questions for the speaker? All right, seeing none, thank you, Chris.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Robert, anything?
Hello, everybody. Please just make sure that you fill out the attendance forms, more or less attendance forms. And also, even if you weren't elected as a senator, still come to Joint Senate. And I highly recommend coming to councils next year because remember, if you attend 2 of the same consecutive council, you do get voting rights like senators do in councils. As all, any questions? Yes, Nathan.
Why are councils important?
So if you're in councils and you get voting rights, it's kind of like you're a baby senator. Also, councils, it's a lot easier to amend legislation in councils because it's a smaller group. And so you have a more intimate setting where you can talk about these things and ask questions instead of having to do it in front of the live stream with 100 people.
Further questions for the Internal Affairs Director? All right, seeing none, thank you. One quick note before we get further. People standing near the back in front of the doorway, we need you to move for safety reasons. We do have some empty space up here to my left, your right. If you're wanting to come up here, you can stand or sit there, but we do need you to move, I'm sorry. And with that, we have reached the end of officer reports. We will move on to our next item of business, which is motion to override veto. This is for Resolution 2025-306, a resolution to recognize the ongoing genocide in Palestine. This resolution was passed at the April 9th meeting of the Students' Assembly and vetoed by the student body president on April 19th. Our Constitution provides that the Students' Assembly may override a veto of the student body president by a 2/3 vote of its members present and voting. Is there a motion to override the veto? Yes, Tanya. Motion for
Second.
Tanya to override the veto. I'm seeing a second from Douglas. Okay, so it's been moved and seconded that we override the veto. I'm aware that we have, for interested speakers, we have the some authors of the resolution here from KUYDSA. It was Jewish Students for People's Liberation, and I believe one other that I'm missing. And then we have some students here related to KU Chabad. They're also wanting to speak in opposition to overriding the veto. Does that sound good for everyone? Recognizing resolution authors first, and then we'll alternate over to those opposed to overriding the veto, and then continue discussion from there.
Why are we proceeding to a vote?
We would have discussion first. If there is a motion to vote, I'll hear it, but I thought we would, usually we enter discussion first. All right, who has the microphones? Shay, can you please get a microphone back there to the YDSA people? And feel free to do it from where you're sitting. Yeah, you can come up.
Hold it.
Yeah, come up here.
Hey, Douglas. Leadership.
Sorry, my bad. 2 minutes ago.
We're all
Let's speak one at a time, and then we move over to the. You can speak jointly, but 2 minutes, and then we move over to that.
I don't understand. So
You're
we have one speech.
Yes.
One person has to give one speech.
Yes. One person gets one speech, and then we move over to the. Yeah.
not to vote, not to motion to vote.
Okay, so only one person.
Oh,
Good. Why isn't there a motion to vote? Why isn't there a motion to vote? We can motion to override. Why is there a motion to vote?
We are going to alternate. That's why I say you guys want to stay there.
I just want to vote.
I know, I'm not saying it's
That's why it's called this recycled speaking.
Yes.
It's like
But
for
I
all
also
of
don't
the.
think anything different was presented in the chat.
Oh, do you think? I would imagine that this content in the sense of like,
Yeah, but saying it's like, you can like you have Facebook and then my website and go back to like Instagram.
yeah, I think it's okay. Not gonna lie.
But I
Section,
am.
Linnea, you're up here too for this bit, and then next will be you, and then Max. And then yeah, yeah, okay. Uh,
You good to get started?
yeah, just when we get the mic.
Mike's up there. Shay, can you give them the wireless mic?
Yeah.
Yes. What's your motion? I know. Is it a motion to vote? Oh, okay. I was going to recognize them for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, them. 2 minutes, them. Yeah. Yeah, Jack Shaw.
Okay.
Yes.
Linnea, you read my part? Can you address that, Chris?
Where are the people blocking the exits? Is the exits clear right now? Okay, so we just have to ask people to leave. Okay, 1 second.
Chris, what happened?
I asked them to change.
Okay. It's 240. We don't have 240 people here.
Treadwell said you're 15 over capacity. Talk to Treadwell. I don't know.
Well, I was saying to people, Chris, can you address that?
Yes. Order, please. Sorry for the wait, everyone. We are having some room capacity issues. Thank you very much for the cooperation from the representatives from Jayhawk Motorsports in helping us alleviate that. So we will go in alternating order between those in favor of overriding the veto and those opposed to overriding the veto. Each speaker will be recognized for 2 minutes, and then we'll proceed to the next speaker.
No, the motion was that we have 1 support and 1 opposition because we've already voted on this, so we can just.
That was your motion?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Motion from Jamal for Douglas. I'm sorry. Whenever I read your name in Outlook, it says your last name first and it confuses me. I'm sorry. Douglas. Motion from Douglas to limit speeches to 1 in favor, 1 opposed. A lot of objection. All right, rescinding the motion. All right, sounds good. Thank you. You are recognized for 2 minutes.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity.
Hey, quiet, please.
We understand that your agenda for tonight's final student assembly for the semester is not light, so we especially appreciate this chance to address this matter and will aim to keep our remarks brief to respect your time. We are here tonight to speak against the veto by Student Body President Danae Stabine on Resolution 2025-306, a resolution to recognize the ongoing genocide in Palestine, and in favor of the motion to overturn it by a 2/3 majority accordingly. Only after pending for 9 full days was this legislation vetoed. It was vetoed on the 10th day of the 10-day period wherein a veto could be issued. This is only the second veto issued by the president all year out of 50